Imagine having the ability to nurture your leads to the point where they can't help but want to buy your offer, even if they don't know what it is yet. That's exactly what happened to my client, Jim Riviello. I want to tell you the formula that he followed when he made $12,000 before selling, before even dropping his offer, and then another $30,000 after, and how you can get results just like this by shifting the positioning of your offer.
Double my business in 2022. I just kicked off my second 12-week high ticket training program. Yep. Remember, I took the year program, I took it down to 12, and it basically, so I made $55K from that, just in that for the next 12 weeks. So far this year, I had a goal of 100K. This year, I came in at 92K just for that program. And putting that in perspective, that is me working an hour and a half a week for 3 months. So it's 2-3 month shot. So within 6 months, working an hour and a half a week, I made more on this one program than I did as a whole all year program last year, working like 3 days a week. So kind of funny, since Content Machine Live last year is when I started incubating the change in strategy. And I launched it, and as you know, in January, and I just launched my second iteration of that. My goal is to do this 3 times a year, like 3 quarters, and take like the summer and December off. I'm super psyched. It's automated now. It's emails are going out. I feel like all the back end stuff is coming together. And I said, we're gonna set up some calls on Monday and Tuesday. And I converted a third of them, and they all said yes to group coaching at no reduced fee. I didn't lose one person. So it's like, fucking A. Going back to one-on-one was not an option. So that just gave me such, I can't tell you, in the last 48 hours, I've had such excitement, momentum, mojo. It's like, this is the program.
My client, Jim Riviello, he has a great value ladder that we've been working on for several months together, and he was working with high-level executive clients doing a lot of one-on-one coaching, but he knew that he wanted to be able to serve more people. He wanted to be able to work one-to-many to scale his time and availability and also help his audience at different price points. He knew that people were interested in what he had to offer, but he also wanted to be able to give people a glimpse at what that would look like, the opportunity for people to invest in their services emotionally before they invested financially. This can be a really game-changing opportunity for you to have in your business where people can do a smaller investment of both finances, time, and emotions so that they know, like, and trust you, so they can feel really emotionally and financially ready to make a bigger investment at the higher level of your value ladder. Now, before I tell you the key ingredient that led Jim to making $12,000 before he even dropped his offer, and then $30,000 after, have you subscribed to this channel yet? I want to give you all the latest strategies for video marketing and business growth, and the easiest way to stay in the know is to hit that subscribe button on my channel. So hit that button below before we move on. As I mentioned, Jim had the high level of his value ladder already built out. He had high ticket one-on-one coaching. The next thing we did together is we worked on the lower end of his value ladder at a low ticket price point so that people could join his community at a lower price point, a lower investment, and then get a glimpse of what's to come and then ascend to the higher levels of the value ladder. So when you have a low ticket, you can give people that opportunity. You know, we've had people who sign up for our challenge and they'll jump all the way into our high ticket. I know that might sound crazy. Someone to come into a challenge for either free or something like $47 and then jump into $10,000. Yes, because what you're doing is you're qualifying your audience and you're giving them almost like the appetizer, the sneak peek, so that they can see, oh, if I've invested this much, imagine what I'd get if I invested this much. Leave a comment below if you've ever taken a challenge before. I want to hear your experience. Did you love it? Were you captivated? Maybe you've even taken my Infinite Video Impact Challenge. Let me know in the comments below. So what's happened for Jim, for myself, for many of my clients is that people were buying the challenge. They're coming into our challenge community, starting to see some of the content, and before even starting the challenge, just from seeing the campaign, the bonuses in the community, they were like, that's it, I'm all in, I want to buy the next thing. We've had people join our challenge and even before it starts saying, hey, I love this, but I also want to work closer with you. How can we make that work? So Jim launched this challenge. He brought people through this 21 days of transformation. And on the back end, Jim sold another $30,000 from people signing up for his high ticket program after that. This is what we do. We help our clients build a front-end cash flow system. The challenge is just one of them. There are 2 other cash flow systems that I teach, so make sure you're subscribed to this channel, that can help you build your audience, scale your ROI, and scale them into high ticket. The amazing thing about a challenge is that it intentionally installs habits for your audience. Think about it. How long does it take to install a habit? Some say 21 days. So during these 21 days, and as a disclaimer, your challenge can be a different length of time, during these 21 days, we're installing these habits. We're teaching them these new skills and abilities, but we're also installing the habit of them consuming your content, of them being part of your community. So by the end of the challenge, they already want the next step. It's lowered the resistance so much, and your conversion rates are higher than anything else we've ever done. In the challenges, your audience is spending more time with you. They're getting this emotional shift. They're getting new epiphanies and logical takeaways, and most importantly, these new habits that I mentioned. They've already installed this new behavior into their lifestyle to be part of your community and trust you as the expert that they learn from, meaning that your relationship with them isn't over when the challenge is. So during the 21 days, you're bringing your audience along a sales journey. You've broken down your curriculum or strategy or methodology into bite-sized smaller pieces that you drip out over these 21 days. But you also insert thought-provoking questions and tactical applications and open loops and epiphanies that give them the content that they came for and provide the community that they're now connected to and is now planting seeds for the next step of your movement. I've developed this system that works, and it is way easier than a lot of the other sales methodologies available. There's no hard selling here, just problem solving. So there are 3 steps that each of your customers have to take to bring them from hello to high ticket. Do you know what they are? Very simply, lead generation, lead nurture, and lead conversion. And with what I give you with the hello to high ticket system, you have a system that every single piece of your value ladder is accomplishing all 3. The mistake that I see most entrepreneurs make is that the value ladder steps aren't talking to each other. So consider this as your audience's yellow brick road. And your audience at every step is being generated, nurtured, and converted. At every step, they're faced with a kind of choose your own adventure to be upsold into your high ticket or recurring programs. So challenges, live launches, virtual events, whatever cash flow system you use, you set them up inside your business to not just generate leads, but potentially ascend them into your high ticket programs. And again, this can be done completely on autopilot. You can create a challenge once and optimize, rinse, repeat forever. And people who take full advantage of this cash flow system concept, not just creating offers, but evergreen cash flow systems, can stand to make 6, 7, or even 8 figures of cash flow. Now I want to explain why a challenge is more than just low ticket content. Anything that you think is free content or a content event is actually a sales event. A challenge offer doesn't just teach your audience something, it indoctrinates your audience. It warms them up, it gets them into the habit of consuming your content. As I'm sharing this, do you have an idea of what you could create a challenge around that you would want to teach your audience? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your ideas. So your Cashflow Accelerator is your foundation of profit longevity. And there are 3 tiers to your cash flow system. Your Accelerator is tier number 1. And with this place as your foundation, you're going to have leads constantly cycling through your business and ascending to your high ticket offers. Now there are 7 intentional installations, these frameworks that you need to have in your challenge that turns it from being a challenge into being a cash flow accelerator. A lot of people, maybe even yourself, are guilty of this. No judgment, I've totally done it too. But if you ever bought a course and never signed into it, that doesn't happen with challenges because of these 7 installations. They are the subconscious FOMO effect, gamification, status boosts, incentives, social proof, story selling, and an irresistible open cart sequence. I want to go more in depth into these and also share the next 2 tiers to help you build out your cash flow systems, but I'm going to need way more time to do that. So if you want to ensure that you get high ticket clients every single month, I'd love for you to come to my upcoming private training, and I'm actually going to give you access to my highest performing, most revenue generating campaigns that you can plug and play into your business to maximize lead generation. Click the link in the description below to join us so that they know, like, and trust you to feel really The next thing we did was we work on, leave a comment below if you've ever heard, of course you've heard of a challenge. The challenge is just one of them. There are 2 other cash flow systems that we teach.